it's the Mad Queen. Welcome to my lair, the Queen's Lair. I am going to painstakingly go over the Turbine V5 boss with you guys. This is, in my opinion, the hardest boss currently. The reason for that is because you have to have summoner heroes to deal a lot of damage to this boss. This boss has an ability where it's called Achilles Heel, it's his passive. Summoner heroes deal an extra 500% damage to him, and if you're not a summoner hero, or if you're using a hero that's not a summoner, they're going to deal 20% less damage. This basically means that even if you have summoner heroes that aren't super ascended, they're still going to be a lot better than some of those really ascended triple S heroes because of the difference in damage they're going to be able to deal. This boss is really neat overall though. You have to constantly be summoning a bunch of heroes onto the battlefield. It will have there's kind of like this notification that comes up and it tells you, hey, you only have this many heroes on the battlefield, you need to summon more. The more heroes that you have summoned, the less damage the boss does to you. To be totally honest, this is only really going to matter if you're a late game player or a later game player that has a lot of power. And the reason I say this is because that's the only point you're going to be able to beat this boss without using some kind of support hero, and you're going to need a support hero until you have super crazy summoner heroes. So it's not that it doesn't matter, because you do want to use as many summoners as you can, but if you have a really good support hero like Serena, first of all, is incredible. If you have her and you have her decently leveled, she's going to be able to keep your team alive basically no matter what, as long as you're using, I would say, 3 summoner heroes. And before today, we only had 3. Today is the 23rd of December. And before today, there was only Sinway, Muka, and Skewer and Hattie. During the update that happened today for the Christmas event, they released Kalaza. I'm sorry, they didn't release Kalaza. They switched Kalaza from an energy class hero to a summoner class hero. And then they also added a brand new triple S hero into the game named Daniel. So most people are not going to have Daniel, of course. And even then, to have focused on a bunch of summoner class heroes over other heroes, because that class is one of the last ones that you would honestly work on as a newer player in the game as you progress, because summoner class is only so helpful in so many places. If you don't have a bunch of summoner heroes, you're going to do well with putting in heroes that can actually summon copies of themselves or summon some other form that helps them on the battlefield. You can use heroes like Randall and Boar. Those are going to be really good options to put in place if you don't have a bunch. Honestly, if you don't have a really good support hero, you are going to struggle big time, unfortunately. After I started editing the video, I realized somewhere along the way I deleted my recommendations for the commander you should use in the Divine Prototypes, so I'm going to add that in quickly. As far as the commanders, your best option for this boss is going to be Discar. The reason why is because he's going to increase all summoners' attack overall by 35%, and then it's going to allow them to gain 8% lifesteal. As far as the Divine Prototypes go, your best options here are going to be Praying Eyes, Flashpoint, and the Prism Amulet. Those are just a few options. Of course, use what you have. I don't have all of those. In this team comp, I have the Botmark 2. The Botmark is going to pretty consistently put decreased defense on the boss. That way we're able to do a bunch more damage. And we have Serena that's keeping everybody alive, and the other 3 are all summoner heroes. Of course, You could use Crete the Chaos Bull as well, but I have found that Bot Mark II is a better option because it's going to be able to do more damage than Crete, and it's going to have defense down more frequently as well. Ideally, whenever you get farther into this, you're going to have 5 summoners, including Daniel, who I don't have right now. I'm going to go ahead and start this so I can show you how it goes. And I will say this, I have thrown some shade at Sinway. Not a lot, just a little bit. I had tried Sinway a ton, and I've had him for quite some time because I've been playing the game for like 5 months or so now. So he first was released, I think like two and a half months ago, maybe. I can't remember exactly. And I tried to use him in a bunch of places, and I couldn't get him to do very much damage. But he has surprised me, and I will say, I think that I will try to put him in other places as well. Sinway is a huge help for the Summoner class overall. But like I was saying, I know with this team, we're not able to summon as many allies to keep the amount of damage that the boss is doing to us, but Serena is able to keep us alive no matter how much damage he's dealing to us, just overall. Yeah, so 244 million. When we take a look here, of course, Serena kept everyone alive. Sinway did a ton of damage here. And honestly, Skewer and Hattie, for not even being really ascended, did pretty good here as well. And we have 20 million on the Bot Mark II, which really isn't bad as well because it's dealing 20% less damage to the boss than it typically would. The last one, I'm going to go ahead and shove my Muka in here. And I'll just let that go. Yeah, so it looks like this commander's cooldown is like, what, 20 seconds, 21 seconds? We'll see here in a second. 22. Look at Sinway. He's just throwing like battle star after battle star. Jeez. I can't wait to see the damage on this once I have upped my Skewer and Hattie. but it's probably going to be a while before I do that because they're kind of at the back end. I have a few other heroes that I need to ascend over them. So what's the damage here? Okay, so with this, we did 259 million damage. Oh, I tried to click on the thing to show the damage. So you do end up getting pretty similar results for the most part. I think it was, about 10 million damage difference. That's just going to give you a couple of options as ideas that you can look at. Of course, other heroes you can use are going to be Bailey Hudson if you have him super ascended. Emma is going to be really good if you have her super ascended. And if you do have Mazrani, he is going to be a better option than Serena because he's able to boost everybody's attack. If you have more damage available, more damage output available from your summoner heroes, then you're going to be able to do more damage with Bot Mark 2. Let me know who you've been using on this boss in the comments, and what is your highest damage so far? I'm really curious. I feel really underwhelmed. I feel like I should be doing so much more, but that's how it always goes. If you feel like I left anything out and you would like to see me add even more into this, let me know what it is you'd like to see. I would be more than happy to do that for you. If you're a new player or an experienced player, join my growing Discord community. It's a great way to ask for advice or give advice. The link will be in the description. This video was brought to you in collaboration with Eternal Evolution. Download the game for free now in the iOS or Google Play Store. You can also use my personal game download code in the video description to show some support. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next video.